A very good afternoon to all my friends, well-wishers who are right here with us. This is Marisha, yes, here in the capacity of being the CEO at the wedding school, and I'm here live as I had promised, and I'm here today with a big agenda. Big agenda because there's so much that I want to talk about, there's so much that I want to share. There's so much that I think needs to be thought over, so much that needs to be analyzed for all of us as the youth who is waiting to sort of step into the world of making themselves relevant in a professional space. So many of us who are intrigued with what events is about, what weddings is about, so many curious minds. The last 1 month post the wedding season, we've invested a lot of time, and when I say we, I mean the team at the wedding school. We've invested a lot of time in interacting with youngsters, with so many graduates and undergrad students who have sort of reached out to us over the last many months and wanting to know more about what the wedding school is about, how is weddings as a career. So I thought it will be a great moment and a great opportunity for me to be able to answer your questions, clear your doubts, and talk a little more about weddings, because the last 10 months that since we initiated the wedding school, it's been a great eye-opener, I can say, where my understanding and most of the people from the Indian wedding industry would have believed that weddings is considered to be a very exciting career option and that everyone wants to get into weddings. Yes, everyone does want to, but what will really shock a lot of us is how unaware are the family members, parents of these youngsters, how they don't exactly perceive this to be a very serious profession. So whilst weddings is considered huge in terms of business, as a career prospect, as an opportunity for a youngster to pursue this professionally, weddings is really not considered very seriously by a lot of parents. And I'm talking this out of my experience of having interacted with hundreds of youngsters, a lot of parents who come over to meet us at the institute. And it's just amazing how much yet needs to be done in this space. So I'm going to come to that point. I'm going to wait for a few more of people who are joining us live. I'm in fact going to want to probably start this chat with talking about what we have done at the wedding school. So as most of you know, we started last August. And we've successfully and very successfully, in fact, completed 2 batches of the wedding school, where we have taught some brilliant talent, the nuances, the professional attitude, the detailing of weddings, which I think is so very crucial, how to professionally manage a mid-size and a large-scale Indian wedding. So we had 2 batches. We've taught them everything possible, right from how to service the client, what is the process, how do you pitch for new business, what are the different kinds of departments. We had, in fact, a lot of experts. And when I say experts, I'm not just referring to wedding planners, which of course is the crux of the education here, but I mean with reference to the vendors, the partners, the associates, every single person who contributes towards making a wedding the larger than life spectrum that we all witness in the videos. So you had, we've had experts from the photography, videography world. We've had experts from food and beverage. We've had experts from the bar department, from decorators, all of who have come on board, spared some very, very important time from their busy schedules and really expose the children, the kids, the students at the wedding school to a whole new world where they get a better understanding that just besides knowing what you as a planner or as a team member of the wedding management company, there's so much more that one needs to know. How do you liaison with the associates? How do you bring out the best in each of them? How do you feel responsible and, towards a project, because it's personal money that's riding. Talking about money, I think a lot has been riding, not just in terms of the weddings that we have seen. I think this year has been remarkable in terms of celebrity weddings, in terms of people who have gone all out to every extent and made sure that their wedding is spoken about. I think it's been great for the industry, you can say. Great for the industry because there are more and more people who are understanding and looking at India now as a destination for weddings. Until now, I think in the last 10-15 years, we would have largely seen Indians from India who are always getting married at the beautiful locations and destinations that we have. But I think Priyanka Chopra getting her husband to come down all the way from United States to India, to Rajasthan, to this beautiful property of Umaid Bhavan, has just opened up the world to India as a destination. A lot of times we planners get really consumed in sort of promoting international destinations, but there is very little that India does to attract this kind of an audience of this kind of a scale. So whilst Goa may have seen umpteen number of international guests coming over and couples getting married, but large scale wedding to be celebrated in India, I think we have done more than enough to get everyone's attention. Of course, you had Deepika and Ranveer's wedding, but I think what really stole the show and thunder was definitely the two grand weddings that took place in the Ambani family. A lot of curious youngsters have sort of come and got more intrigued, more attracted to weddings as a profession, largely because I'm going to give a lot of credit to the two Ambani weddings which got spoken of, which got written about, which were captured. Some moments were stolen and shown off. So a lot of exposure has come in, and how beautifully they were done. It was totally professionally handled. And I think whilst everyone does get curious, I want to let the youngsters know that yes, they are definitely larger than life weddings that you may have seen, but being a part of these is not an easy job. You have too many who are too eager, but not everyone has the physical stamina to sustain months after months, in years after years of hardship, a lot of stressful moments, not as much gratitude from clients. So it is emotionally and physically a very, very consuming process. So, it's always nice to know about these realities before you make a choice, because weddings does require you to have a certain kind of personality, a certain kind of persona, a certain flexibility. You should be moldable in order to really make it, and create a space for yourself. I think our journey at the wedding school has really helped us change personalities. It has really helped us in terms of grooming the talent. We have not just stuck to grooming them and training them in terms of knowledge which they require as a part of a big scale wedding management company. We've tried to change their personalities. We've tried to bring out the best in them. We have invested a lot of time in helping them recognize themselves in terms of how they must present themselves. What is their USP as an individual? Because it's very important to understand that whilst weddings is a teamwork, it is you as an individual who needs to shine out, who needs to make a mark, who needs to be taken seriously by huge families who are well-traveled, great exposure, and therefore the expectation that they have from a wedding firm or a wedding planner is really skyrocketing. Multitasking is probably just one of the requirements, you know. There's so much more that they expect from a planner. So we have definitely, and I can say this very proudly, invested a lot of time in trying to groom the students who were with us through the 2 batches. In fact, I'm also going to share a few names of companies with which we've had our students, you know, do an internship. I have a lot of people who have joined us, and I'm just wondering if my team has got me live on my personal page as well. Okay, we have done that. Okay. Yeah, so talking about internship, we basically had this 6-month course. Internship was a part of the 6 months, where I'm very proud to share the fact that I got some great support from the industry. In fact, we had some big companies who were looking forward to what kind of talent are we really producing at the wedding school. And we had Horizon. Thank you, Pavan, for trusting us and making our team a part of your big scale weddings, larger than life weddings that you do. We had Tamarind, where we have in fact one of our students who didn't just stop her journey at doing an internship. I'm very proud of the fact that she was then offered a job, and she is currently working with Tamarind, one of the biggest planners that we have in Mumbai, in fact in India. Thank you, Mahesh. I don't even know if you were part of the process, because you're a very big guy. So, but FYI, now you know. Of course, we also had one of our students who worked on the Ambani project, and he was a part of the team at Effects Tech. Great learning. I think his stories have taught the other students also a lot. I have really seen these students sort of come alive, their transition from their first session into understanding the nuances, the techniques, the methods, the systems that planners follow, then getting into a grooming where they suddenly understood what it's like to talk and present themselves in the right light. And then the internship has just changed the game for so many of them. I'm so excited to see how they have evolved, and you know, how happy they are from within to see the transformation for themselves. And there are too many planners and agencies that actually will end up thanking, because our students have got placed everywhere, right from Dreamscraft to Thank You Logistics to Copper. So, you know, it's been a great journey for our students. In fact, we're looking forward to the next batch in starting. Hey, Hooray! Good luck to you. We've not been able to keep in touch, but I'm sure you're really making us proud. So yeah, so our next batch, boys and girls, is going to be starting on the 15th of August. Yes, there's a lot of time, but no amount of time is really enough in this fast-paced world, because there's so much that needs to be learned. There's so much that needs to be done. We've already started our admissions. We're already started getting queries, some bookings. In fact, we are having a special walk-in session tomorrow, because the kind of queries that we've got this year has really sort of taken us by surprise, like I was sharing with you all a few minutes back. as to how parents are very curious and are very keenly interested in knowing as to what's the longevity of, you know, sort of pursuing weddings as a career. How safe is it? How strenuous is it? So, you know, what's the end game? That's one question that a lot of concerned parents, you know, are asking. So we thought it would be a great idea if we open up the institute for a special 2-hour segment where we have lots of interested candidates, students who are going to be coming to the institute, and we will be spending some time with them, and not just with them, also with their parents. Someone is coming with a sibling, because I really think it's very crucial, and I've said this earlier in my live chats, that you cannot pursue weddings if you don't have the support of your parents. So those who don't have their support doesn't mean that you don't take up weddings. You just need to convince your parents. I think it in fact will be a good testing ground for you, because if you really want to do something, you've got to make it happen for yourself. So we're having this session tomorrow from 12 to 2 at our institute at BKC Annex. You obviously find the details of the address on our website, and of course on the Facebook page. I think we've posted about this. So Abid Khan has written, can I do this course after MBA? Hi Abid, yes, you can totally do it after your MBA. This is actually a specialized course. It is not a course that is done to mentally keep you at peace, that okay, I am educating myself along with a serious sort of convocation. This is meant to pursue professionally, and it's a 6-month course. In fact, you could also consider pursuing it with your MBA, because it is a weekend course, and it's basically going to be on Fridays and Saturdays. And if you want to complete your MBA, you're most welcome to join it after doing it. You must always keep it in mind, at least where the wedding school is concerned, we have intentionally timed it in a way that your internship works out perfectly fine right at the peak of the wedding season, when most of the planners are chock-a-blocked with amazing projects that you can be a part of. So it's a well-timed course, and you must try to, you know, schedule things along with your MBA course, or if you're just about to complete it, you can surely consider this. In fact, Abid, you'll be really surprised as to how many in Desi term, because I have not studied as much, I'm just a graduate, how many people who are sort of termed overqualified as per Indian society are also enrolling and have enrolled. We have had, in fact, one of our students who joined us from Pune, who used to travel every weekend to study with us, and professionally and in terms of education qualification, he was a dentist, he is a practicing dentist, but uska dil events or weddings mein tha. He is running an event management company, and he wanted to start a wedding division, and that's why he enrolled. And I'm so happy to share some facts with you guys. He has actually done 4 wedding projects under the umbrella of the wedding division of his company. So there is so much that we've been able to contribute to their lives. Hi Prasad, he's asking what are the different types of courses. So we are basically offering 2 courses. One is a diploma in wedding planning and management, which is a course that assures you of an internship within Mumbai, and if you belong to any other city and you're traveling for the course, we'll be happy to also extend you the internship in your hometown, only if we think it's a good idea or a great option. For example, cities like Delhi, Kolkata, Pune, Chennai, Bangalore, these are the places where you can get some great wedding planners to work with. So That's largely to do with the diploma course. We also have what we call a specialized course. This is largely meant for the youngsters who have a business background, who have a certain establishment already, like this student that I mentioned about who enrolled from Pune, where you either have an establishment or you are seriously looking at a startup. It's basically meant for the very confident entrepreneur to be, where we not just give you the training of the diploma 6 months, we extend it by giving you a specialized training in either hospitality and logistics, or production and decor, or show running and artist management. And thereon we handhold you in order to help you form your own company. I'm very, very conservative about not wanting anyone and everyone to take the course as far as the specialized course is concerned. So come over tomorrow, call us anytime. We'll be happy to share more details and help you understand which course is really meant for you. I have a question. What is the scope of this course? The scope is unlimited. It has no boundaries in terms of age, in terms of location, because weddings take place almost every day, the prime season of course being the 6 months, but weddings take place across the world, and Indian weddings are only getting bigger. Somebody is asking if we have branches of the wedding school. No, we are operating from Amchi, Mumbai. It's very much in Mumbai at BKC Annex. Darshana has written, hi ma'am, it was indeed a good exposure being associated with wedding planning school. Hi Darshana, we were equally happy to have you on board, and we are waiting to see you grow and really make your mark. You are a very, very hardworking and a truly talented person, and we're looking forward to you having a bright, bright future. Abid is asking, what are the fees? I think the fees are going to be sort of, something I think my team will share with you. I'm not too sure if they want me to discuss the fees. Am I? Okay, no, they're saying we cannot discuss the fees, but it's not like it's a secret, so you can always check it on our website. And write to us on Messenger, and somebody from the team will definitely call you. I do see some of my close friends from the fraternity who are here with us, so big hello to Vijay Arora, big hello to Pranav. Hi guys. Pranav in fact has been kind enough to take a session as well with us at the wedding school. It's been a great learning, Pranav. The students simply loved your session. So thank you so much for sparing time. Vijay, I hope you're still around. I don't know what to say. I think I've been in a great space ever since I shared the idea of the wedding school with you. And there was so much of encouragement that I have received from you. And I really hope to make you and many other members of the Indian wedding fraternity really proud. I really feel very much responsible in terms of having the dual role of being one of the renowned companies of the country in the capacity of a wedding planner, and also in the stream of education. I am totally focused, guys, on really wanting to get some professionalism added to what already is a wonderful industry. It's been a great self-learning process, I would say, for most of us, but I think with changing times, it's always nice to have well-groomed and educated players enter the market, join us, make the existing firms more professional, add more method to the madness that exists. So yeah, it's really for the larger picture. It's after having realized over the years how much is still required, and when I meet the youngsters, I realize there's so much more that needs to be done in purely creating an awareness for weddings as a serious career option. So yeah, there's lots yet to be done, but there's so much that's already happening. So I just can't thank God and of course the entire team at the wedding school that's really working hard towards this goal, which I'm sure is going to help not just the wedding school, but the industry as a whole. Tanvi is asking, where is the internship placement? Hi Tanvi. So internships are not at specific companies. Once you come on board, once we start training you, is when we groom you, is when we help you decide which kind of company you're best suited for. We are very, very particular that we want a smaller group. We want a focused training ground. I'm going to come back to you with your internship query, but I'm just going to quickly answer Chirag. Hi Chirag. Do you have any videos of past students as testimony of how TWS helped them? Absolutely, I do. Pardon me, I've been very busy and I'm slightly particular. I don't know if you call it an OCD, but I like to see the content before it is given out. So we do have some testimonials, but I'm just waiting to see the final edit product. But you will definitely find the posts on our Instagram page that will help you sort of connect with the students, that will help you get an understanding. And yes, the videos are going to be out soon. We do have videos about the Institute, about the fraternity, talking about the Institute, about the faculty that came in to take the sessions. So all of this is available on our Instagram and of course the Facebook page. Kshitija, hello, hello, hello. So guys, Kshitija is one of the brightest talents and I'm so happy and proud of this wonderful person, a great charismatic person, and I'm waiting, Kshitija, for you to truly make your mark in the wedding industry. I'm waiting for you to be able to sort your time schedules. I think the only thing that's keeping you away from a great career. Kshitija has been one of the top ranking students of our institute. In fact, she did intern with Swaha and I think she made a great mark. And yes, good luck to you. I have a question from Kritika. How will the course help in the career of weddings? Is it experience based? Okay, I don't understand what you mean by is it experience based, but I can tell you to begin with in terms of how is the course going to help you in making your career. So I will be very frank and admit to you that unlike many other far more organized sectors, weddings as an industry has not yet reached a space where you don't have the liberty of just knocking on someone's door and approaching them to hire you. However, what has happened, thanks to a lot of event management institutes that have been in the running for nearly close to 2 decades now, there is a growing awareness and a great differentiating factor between an educated candidate and just an aspiring enthusiastic player. Wedding school is one of the few wedding institutes that we have in India, and ever since we have started off, all I have seen is a great response where planners, art design companies, decor houses are becoming more and more alert and aware how much of a difference a professionally trained player can make in terms of value addition as a team. I think Mumbai currently has about 3 courses, 3 institutes that run wedding management courses. So I'm very strongly of the opinion that it's not like you cannot approach a planner without doing a course, but it is nearly impossible that you get hired as an employee with a wedding management company if you have not professionally sought knowledge and an understanding of what needs to be done and how it needs to be done. What you get easily picked up for are projects, and if you're here for a serious game, if you're here for the long term, then just working on projects is really not your thing. I'll never recommend that to you. And of course, like I was mentioning some time back, this is really a career to stay. It's an industry that's only going to get bigger. And it's a career that girls can pursue much after they've got married or had a child. So I was recently there at this forum, which was largely attended by women. And I really hope that there is a day when we have meets for women empowerment and these kind of summits which are equally attended by men, because it's not exactly helpful if only women have to listen to women empowerment stories. It will be far more exciting to have the men be a part of it. But whilst I was at the summit, I interacted with so many amazing women achievers, only to realize of the hardships that they have faced in their careers the day they decided to either get married or start a family. And I was just reflecting, and I realized that weddings really allows you the space because it's a very homely environment. The wedding management companies are very, close-knit family towards each other within a fraternity and within a company. So there is a great level of understanding. It's a very emotional space to be in, and it's a very kind industry. Irrespective of which city you shift into, there's scope for you to pursue this. I have a question coming in from Neha. Who will be the faculty for the course? So, like I mentioned some time back, the way we are doing this at the wedding school is we do have experts from the wedding industry who join us to take lectures. However, this course is really different from a lot many courses that are available in the field of events and entertainment, because this course is not designed for a stalwart or an industry member to just come on board and share his or her experience. It is a very, very well written and scripted, like a heavy on content course, where even if we have a faculty, external faculty that comes in, he or she is an expert in his own right, but is teaching what needs to be taught and what we at the wedding school provide them with. So I have really focused hard along with my team to ensure that not a single moment that is spent at the wedding school is spent on just engaging in conversations or stories that experts share. That is not the learning. The great fun and the amazing learning is when you know how that expert dealt with the situation, what is it that you need to become that expert. So that's largely how it is, Neha. We have a faculty that comes in the form of some of the biggest players. The last two batches, we have had Rachna from Viva, who's come and taken a session on decor. I mentioned about, of course, Pranav being there. Binny was there as well. There's Darshan who's come in. There's Birju, who runs one of the larger companies in the city, Platinum Events. Great experience of having traveled. We also had, in fact, Aarti Manocha, who had come in. Thank you, Aarti. Thank you, Birju. Thank you, everyone. In fact, you all have been very generous in not just taking time out, but truly sharing your stories besides training them professionally. Aarti's session was also really well received. So yes, Neha, it's really the wedding fraternity, and since we are based in Mumbai, most of the faculty is from Mumbai, and a large part of the sessions, Neha, to also dwell into this, are taken by me personally, because I am from the wedding background, and I think it's a good combination to have somebody from the fraternity speak about it, but yet not just information based but more education oriented. So that's largely how it is. So there was a question which was asked on internship sometime back. I have already told you the kind of companies where our students have got internships. What I do want to spend time on is that we have a lot of method to the madness in terms of what kind of a student should be sent to which kind of a company, where it is beneficial to the student, no doubt, but I'm largely looking at creating contributors for the industry. We love to send students who are best suited for the company. If it's a small scale company, you need a certain kind of personality who's ready to shoulder more responsibilities. If it's a large scale company, you need a personality who can really deal with seniors, high stress levels. So every company has a different requirement, and we love to get into it personally and not just send anyone and everyone everywhere. We do have a lot of those coming to our office, so we understand the pain of planners, you know, so just trying to be sensitive. Nehal is asking if it is a certified course. So we have not affiliated with the Mumbai University so far. Yes, it is a certified course. You do get a certificate, not just a certificate, you're also graded, and you are also sent back with what we call works as sort of a weapon for you, which is going to work as a reference point when anyone decides to hire you. Because I belong to the industry, I'm just a call away for a lot of planners, so it can work for or against a person, mostly for. So yes, it is a certified course. Imran is asking if there is an orientation program. So guys, there are orientation programs that we conduct from time to time. What we are going to be conducting tomorrow, which is Saturday, from 12 to 2 p.m. is a walk-in session where we have sort of specially put this, curated this entire session, which is going to help you understand us, our values, weddings as a profession, wedding industry as an industry, whether or not you will be suitable to step into it, how is it going to help you. So we are already we have got confirmation from too many people who've written into us and who want to come over tomorrow. So if you're interested, you are most welcome to join us tomorrow at the wedding school. We are located at BKC Annex, Mumbai. So even my friends from Pune or neighboring cities around Mumbai, if you're just a drive away and you are interested, you're most welcome to join us, and we'll be very happy to meet you in person and of course to answer your queries. Let me see, is there anything else that I'm missing out on? Big thank you to everyone who is writing in to us, and also a big thank you to those who are sort of watching us live. I'm really excited. I'm super thrilled with the fact that eventually this is all going to turn out to be very, very beneficial to the wedding industry. It's a great feeling to be able to contribute. I was mentioning in fact about creating contributors, hashtag that we're very proud of. We coined this just before we started with the second batch. So we do believe, at least you know, in my personal capacity as well, I believe that you have to work towards making your today better than your yesterday. When we started the wedding school, the batch one, there was so many things that we were teaching them, and the interaction with them on a daily basis kind of commenced. And that's when I realized from the response that I was getting from the planner fraternity as to how much they're all looking forward to our students joining them. And I realized that we are actually going to be creating contributors towards the industry. And that's how we came up with this hashtag, creating contributors. That's really a very strong mission that I'm very passionate about. And I am hoping that every student who comes out makes a mark and is able to make some sort of difference to the company that he or she joins. Nehal is asking, is it a specialization in weddings and not all events? Yes, you've got it right, Nehal. This is a specialization only in weddings, not corporate events. We do not cover sports events. And In fact, we do have a lot of students who ask us, why aren't we doing that? So the reason why we are not doing that is because we want there should be a course that only specializes in a certain segment where we require people who have a certain level of understanding. For those of you who've enrolled with event management companies and have then worked on wedding projects, you will totally identify with this thought that when you learn events, it is not equal to learning weddings. Weddings is a different ball game altogether. You need to have a great level of understanding. It is not just about coming and executing something. It is about emotions. It is a lot of personal money that is riding. It is a lot about helping a family make a statement in society. So it's amazing level of nuances, and that cannot be taught as part of, you know, the larger game of event management. So Nehal, this is meant for those who want to do weddings, and I also can assure you, if you end up doing a course in wedding management, at least at the wedding school, I can promise you, you will be ready to handle any kind of event, because then a corporate event is going to seem relatively easier. So I have a lot of friends in the event industry, and I don't want to offend anyone by making it seem that weddings is tough and what they do is easy. So I'm using these politically correct words because I have a lot of my friends of the last 2 decades who are there live, and I don't want to be in their bad books. Okay, Dheeraj is writing, is it good platform for destination wedding? Dheeraj, what do you mean by good platform? Is the wedding school a good platform to learn about destination weddings? I'm assuming that is your question. Then yes, absolutely yes. In fact, we have a special segment and sessions that are only dedicated towards destination weddings, because when we talk about grand Indian weddings, destination is definitely one of the factors that adds to the grandeur and the scale of a wedding. So we teach you the details, right, from how to deal with the DMC to how to do your entire RSVP and logistics management, so that the minute you are ready for your internship, you get into a company and you get the most challenging and responsible job, which is of handling the RSVP and logistics for a destination wedding. Most of our students have never been succumbed to doing just the on-day kind of job. They have all been given very responsible roles. Some of them have actually led projects in their internship period itself with startup companies. So, you know, the opportunities that you get through this are fantastic. And yes, Dheeraj, it's also about you being open to travel, because destination weddings means that you travel for recce's, you travel for execution. So it's a big crazy world over there. Angelika is here. Hi Angelika, good to see you. So well spoken when you say it's an emotional thing and a personal money involved. Lovely. Thank you so much for this. Such a clarity of thought and approach. Thank you so much, Angelika. Guys, Angelika is one person who's literally seen me grow up. She was not there in my growing up phase. We both met when I and she herself were very early in our careers. We both met, I still remember, at a theater workshop. It was crazy. I had never imagined that we'll bump into each other, and we did sometime last year at an event which was organized by the Wedding Sutra. So I must thank Parthib for helping me reconnect with Angelika. She's of course doing so well professionally. It's really wonderful to see how far you've got in life, and thank you for the encouragement. And I would love to have you sort of come and, you know, join and associate and be some part of the wedding school and give some time to our wonderful students. Thanks, Angelika. Dheeraj is saying, okay, Dheeraj, you are a travel agent. Oh yes, of course. So in fact, we did have a student in the last batch whose father belongs and has a business which is associated to weddings, and he was intrigued with weddings as a career and wanted to expand his business into weddings. because it was associated. So travel agent as a profession, yes, it can come close, and it has a connect. Obviously, your level of expertise, Dheeraj, are different from what we have as planners. So if at all you are looking at expanding your existing business, if at all you're looking at providing an add-on service to your existing clientele, a lot of small-scale weddings and mid-level weddings, guys, do take place with the help of associates, where a professional planner is not involved, where client may go ahead and take the help of a travel agent, a decorator, and call a big catering house, and they all put it together. So Dheeraj, there's a great amount of scope, but obviously you will need education. I'm not trying to push you to come to wedding school. You can please feel free, but do get yourself educated, because it makes a whole lot of difference. I do believe don't try your luck. Anyone, not just Dheeraj, anyone out there, don't try your luck and experiment and learn at the cost of a client. Please invest. It will help the fraternity. It will help you as well. Nehal is saying we can work with any other company for internship apart from internships given by the wedding school. Yes, of course. Ideally, that's not what I would want for you, because when the wedding school, that's TWS, approaches an established player with your resume, there's a great level of understanding, faith that the prospective employer also has. It's not just about you getting an internship. It's more to do with what kind of a role you're getting in the company, what kind of contribution that you will end up making. So Nehal, while we would be open to it, it's something that can be discussed. And it's always nice for the institute to eventually help you take that decision. Dheeraj, my dad's running a travel agency from last 30 years. That's great. Dheeraj, I will be very happy to take this conversation ahead offline, because I think I'm running a little out of time. And of course, it will be great to talk to you one-on-one, Dheeraj. If you're from Mumbai, please feel free to drop by tomorrow, anytime between 12 and 2 to the institute, and we'll be happy to talk with you. Or you can write into us, drop us a message on Instagram or on Facebook, and we'll be happy to discuss this further with you. Okay, time for me to say goodbye. Okay, it is great to talk to all of you. It's been great that y'all have been amazing listeners, and I am truly looking forward to our next batch, which is a couple of months away, but I'm looking forward to interacting with the youth, with the curious minds, as I call them, the potential contributors. And I'm looking forward to meeting and interacting with families, with parents. We'll be more than happy to share more details about the industry and help you take a good, well-informed decision that can truly change your life for the better. So thank you so much, guys. Nehal, I will request if you can please write into us, and we will talk to you. And I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow at the wedding school, BKC Annex, 12 to 2, at the specially curated walk-in session. Thank you so much, and best wishes to all of you. And yes, let's rock it, and let's make the event industry an even better and professional space to be in. Thank you. Bye-bye.